What's up guys, Dale here, and today I'm back again with another Dragon Ball Super episode review, and today we're reviewing episode 102, which mainly focuses around Universe 2 and their fight with generally Universe 7 or just Android 17. So before I talk about this episode, I did watch Sawyer 7 Major's video, his review of the episode, and he did say something in the beginning that I was thinking as well after watching the episode, is that you know, I think it's going to be divided amongst who actually likes this episode, especially the first half of the episode, and who actually disliked it, because, you know, I think it's going to be like half and half really, because, you know, going to have the other half who really enjoy the kind of the tension-filled action moments in Dragon Ball, who are just waiting to see that in this tournament. But you have the other side who can enjoy some of the light moments, some of the humorous moments in Dragon Ball, some of the ridiculous moments that they bring forth. But I think even though the people who enjoy the action, they could enjoy the humorous parts. But I think in this setting, in this Tournament of Power arc where universes get destroyed if they lose, I don't think some of them would tolerate having this kind of ridiculousness inside the episode, because it takes up a lot of the runtime. It actually took up half the episode to do this this whole shtick, this whole humorous part of the episode took half of the episode. So, I mean, for me personally, I enjoyed it. I thought it was ridiculous, but then at the same time, you know, I find stuff that's ridiculous funny. So, you know, I think this was the right place to do such a ridiculous thing, because it's just so against what should actually happen in a tournament survival arc where people actually get destroyed. So, I would also like to mention that while the Omni Kings were scrolling through the different universes, you know, reviewing who got eliminated, they did actually show the last 3 warriors from Universe 6, which are 2 Namekians and some pig-looking guy. I think his name is Dr. Rota, and the other 2 are Salnel and Pirina. So that'll be very interesting to see how the Namekians kind of interact with Piccolo, and how, you know, everyone from Universe 7 interacts with them too. We start the episode with the Ribrianne and her friends, or her, you know, her comrades, I guess, transforming, which is funny, since, you know, in other anime, when people transform, they have this whole sequence and it just plays out in the middle of a fight and no one interrupts it. But then in this one, someone just blasted it. And for me personally, I was actually really engaged in what was going on. I was like, well, okay, so I saw Ribrianne transform, and I was like, this transformation is ridiculous. So when everyone was transforming, I was really intrigued to see what they were actually going to turn into. So I didn't even think about the thought of someone interrupting it until 17 came through. And at first I thought it was someone like Frieza who did it, because, you know, it'd be more like them. But then being 17 also makes a lot of sense, because he just said, you know, they were wide open. So, I mean, attacking Goku even questioned, like, Goku's a ridiculous guy. I mean, he honestly was just waiting for them to transform. He was very interested to see what would happen. And I think Vegeta was too. They didn't actually show Vegeta interested in their transformation, but like after they did transform, like they showed Vegeta standing there and he jumped down from somewhere. So he must have been waiting in the background too, doing the same thing Goku does. But Vegeta doesn't do it in the same way as Goku. But anyway, so Goku's complaining to A17 and he says, well, they're wide open, I just attacked. And then he said, just no, let them do it. And then Toppo comes through, which is funny, because, you know, the Pride Troopers are really extravagant people who love to do this performance before they even battle. So it's you know, it's only fitting that they actually enjoyed the performance from Ribrianne and her friends. So, I mean, Toppo comes through and calls 17 a swine. And he said they should let them transform. So they did. And that took up half the episode. They actually redid the entire thing. And I love how Beerus and Champa actually point out that they're actually starting all the way from the beginning again, which I thought was pretty funny. So yeah, they do that whole thing all over again. And they actually finally transform. And despite Ribrianne, I don't really like her one. I think Kakunsa with her wolf kind of transformation was I think that was the coolest one out of the 3. She had a really cool ability where she's now just like very feral, I guess. I also love the reactions from people when they actually transformed and they used their heart. Ribrianne used her heart scent thing ability where she launches all these different hearts all over the field, and they kind of produce some scent that I think it immobilizes you. I think so. That's what the God of Destruction of Universe 2 was saying. Like, it immobilizes you, and now you're finished, basically. But I love the reaction from most people from Universe 7, especially like Frieza. It's like, this is a foul sentence. And then Master Roshi actually conquered his I wouldn't say phobia, but his condition, I guess I would call it. And he conquered it, and everyone else in Universe 7, they weren't fazed by it, but other people were actually suffering from it. And Toppo was struggling, but he managed to escape. But not Jiren, though. So I think Jiren is... I don't know about Jiren. I think he is like showboaty, like the rest of the Pride Troopers, and I think he loves to do performance as well, because especially when he knocked Kayla out the ring, he did this kind of thing where he launched her off and he turned around and folded his arms. So he's kind of like them, but I don't think he's as enthusiastic as they are. So yeah, but you know, it doesn't faze Jiren at all. That was a pretty cool scene. And then he was just about to blast Ribrianne up until Vegeta came through and knocked it, and then said that's a stupid attack. And then so then she attacks Vegeta, and they're kind of going back and forth, and it's the same animation that was in the opening. And she's kind of laughing whilst fighting Vegeta, so I think she is stronger than that, because, you know, Vegeta was only Super Saiyan, but I don't think she's going to be as strong as, you know, Blue. But, you know, even the God of Destruction pointed out that their overall mortal level isn't that high, so I don't think they're going to be around for too long after this episode. So then we have Ribrianne launch at Vegeta with this kind of rollout technique. And when he's just about to punch her, he actually just sees her ridiculously gross face. And then he just dodges out of instinct. So, I mean, I thought they were actually going to have a proper fight with each other. But I guess that, you know, doesn't happen because Vegeta is just not interested in such a ridiculously looking character. So yeah, and then she actually knocks someone out by accident. Someone from Universe 10 gets knocked out while he's just about to fight Piccolo, which is ridiculous. Oh yeah, and before that actually, the Universe 7 fighters were together. Well, the ones that were banding together, minus, you know, Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, and 17 and 18. All of them were together, and then they were running out of space to move since Ribrianne's attack was attacking everywhere. So Gohan actually instructed everyone to split up. So finally, everybody's actually split up and going to have their own battles with other people now, which is going to be pretty cool to see, since the preview shows Gohan going up against Universe 10 Warrior and wanting to team up with Piccolo. So that's going to be a cool episode. So after Ribrianne's display of strength, we get to see Rosie and her ability against Goku, which, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look that strong. She attacks, and then once she keeps on attacking, she gets stronger and faster, and then they eventually turn into these energy balls that launch. And she can control them, the ferocity, the velocity of them at any given time, I guess, because, you know, one catches Goku off guard and actually strikes him in the face, but it doesn't really do anything. And he's in base form, so she's going to be finished sometime soon. But anyway, we move on to the main event of the episode, which is Kakunsa versus 17. And this is, man, this was my favorite part of the episode. 17 was definitely the highlight of this episode. I'm really liking the androids in this episode. I didn't really pay attention too much to the androids in Dragon Ball Z, but in Super, they are really, really, really cool, especially 17. He's such a cool character, actually. And in this fight, he displays that when he's fighting Kakunsa, she believes that he's her prey, and she's just dominating him, and, you know, she's scratching him and biting him, but it doesn't look like it's taking effect. But she believes she's doing something, and so he's just letting her do whatever she wants to, but he's dodging and dodging, and she finally comes in for the kill, and 17 uses his barrier and just completely stops it. And then he even says himself, "I didn't actually believe you would fall for it," but she fell for his complete trick where he just pretended to be hopeless. And now she's finished. So he spins her around I love this new technique he has. I mean, he always had this energy field, but I didn't know he could spin it. So he spun it and he flings it out the ring, but she gets saved by one of her teammates, and they have another little humorous moment between the two of them, which was pretty funny. And then she comes back and strikes 17. And at this point, I was like, oh, okay, so is he in trouble now? I don't know. But we cut to 17 just laying there on the floor, and, you know, it cuts to his face and he's just staring like, okay. And so 18 comes in and says, do you need some help? And he's like, no, I don't need any help. And then he just gets up and he's like, time to get serious. And then this is just when he destroys both of them. He takes out the winged fighter first because obviously you don't want Kukunsa getting saved again if he knocks her out the ring. And then they have an exchange with each other where they're just bouncing off everything in the ring. I think this new design of the ring makes it even it makes it more fun of a fight now, since the landscape has changed and everyone could use the landscape to their advantage, which 17 actually does. He shoots some energy beams like Kukunsa, but he launches himself backwards into the light of which I didn't even think about first, because obviously they're in the world of void, which means everything's just going to be black. So if there's no light source, no one will be able to see. So there's a huge light above the ring that he actually propels himself back onto. And at first I thought it was just like a way to trick Kukunsa, because, you know, it's a light. If you launch at light, you won't be able to see who you're trying to attack if you're heading straight towards a light. So I guess he used that to his advantage and launches back at her and uses this small energy blast that actually just turns huge and blasts her straight out the ring. So 17 takes out two people like that instantly. And 17 did also mention that Kukunsa was a nice opponent to study, sorry. Obviously because he takes care of the island back on Earth. And he did say that when he got hit, he kind of lost focus because Kukunsa reminded him of the animals back on the island, which was a really pretty cool moment. Shows how much he cares about the island actually and the animals he takes care of, which was pretty cool. And he enjoyed studying her. So I guess I don't know, his style is very instinctive, but like very instinctive. He has very sharp senses, you know, and you can tell. And that's probably comes from him training with the animals on the island, because, you know, animals have more heightened senses than humans. But in the Dragon Ball Z's case, I guess the humans do. I mean, not humans, but like Saiyans and stuff. After those two get knocked out, we cut to Ribrianne confronting 17, getting angry. I don't know how strong she's going to be, and I don't know if I should be worried or not if she's actually going to knock out 17, but I don't think so. I don't think they're actually as strong as any of the top fighters from Universe 7. I don't think they'll be able to take any of them out. But who knows? Ribrianne might actually have another transformation. Since she's the leader, she might have something that makes her the leader, which is more special than, you know, the other two. So we'll have to see in the next episode. No, actually, I don't think we're gonna see in the next episode. Finally, we're gonna see Gohan have his moment in the Tournament of Power, and the title of the next episode had No Mercy in it. So I think it's against Universe 10. So I think Gohan's gonna go up against one of the last fighters from Universe 7 to knock them out and actually get them erased. And he's gonna start second guessing it, and he wouldn't want to knock them out and have them be erased. But I think Piccolo's gonna convince him that, you know, it's either you or them. So that's gonna be a pretty interesting episode to see the development of Gohan's mindset in this tournament. So yeah, I did enjoy this episode. I thought it was a great episode. I think the Dragon Ball Super episodes, starting from episode 100, just started this new wave of just exciting episodes that are very engaging from start to finish. And I hope this continues up until the end of Dragon Ball Super, I guess. But I know, you know, that's a hard ask. It might kind of dip at some point, but I hope it doesn't. And yeah, tell me what you think about this episode in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.